Meisterville? It's your boy Buckmeister, and today we are talking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 6. So hey, if you're new here, hi, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media from superheroes to animes to sci-fi. If you like all of that good stuff, and if this is sounding good to you, please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and that bell button so you never miss a video. And as always, my reviews are going to be having the non-spoiler section and the spoiler section, so there will be chapters in the video so that you can go where you need to go. Okay? Okay. So, let's jump into it. Episode 6. Big punch up as everybody expected. Lots of fighting, lots of cool action and everything. Hey, Sam's new Captain America getup looks really good. It looks really good. It looks good in action and everything, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from him and all of that stuff. My personal issues aside, and for anybody that's curious about my personal issues with Sam Wilson being Captain America, there is a video that I will put in the info card right now that you can go check out, and it will also be linked in the description if you want to know my personal issues with Sam Wilson being Captain America and everything. But that aside, it looked good. It looked good, and he looks good too. So yeah, man. As much as I have a personal issue with it, I'm gonna let it pass. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna give it to him because hey, it worked in this episode. We get a lot of small character moments in this episode that's really good and really tragic. Like at the same time, because we get to see, John Walker, ex Captain America. Yeah, we get to see John Walker, and you get to find out that as much as as much as he's a douche who throws his weight around and stuff, he's still kind of a good guy, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess it's that thing of he tried to do the right thing, but it's that thing of being a soldier. Like for me, the army has never been appealing. Any army of any kind. I'm in South Africa, and I've never been appealed by any type of army of any kind because it seems like the army just takes people. I mean, I don't know. This is from what I can gather in real life and what I've seen in media. But the army like takes people, breaks them down, destroys them, type of thing, and then twist them so they can be like ready-made tools for whatever type of war the armies need to fight, which is very broken in my opinion. And you get to see some of that in John Walker because John Walker makes a decision in this episode which is really cool. And like he tries to do a good thing. Like he foregoes the thing that he wants to try and do the right thing. So you can see that he has potential to be a hero, but his mind state is so messed up that even if he really wanted to be a hero, like he had the potential to be a good Captain America, but his mind state was not ready for such. And yeah, man, it was kind of cool to see. It was very cool to see, but it was also very sad to see. I was like, oh man, and I didn't like you, John Walker, but deep down maybe you're a good guy until you murder somebody else. Speaking of making people sympathetic, this episode really pushes to make Carly sympathetic. Carly started out as a very good villain, I think, but I think I think maybe they should have pushed for one more episode. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think they should push for one more episode so that they can. I know they kind of fleshed out her intentions or whatever, but I think was this towards the end of the series. Like she started off as a multi-dimensional character, but I think towards the end of the series, she kind of becomes one note. So it was very hard to feel much sympathy for her, or whatever the case is. And also like her plan didn't gel well for me personally. But I mean, it was still an okay character, and I understand where she's coming from. So, but I mean, she's not going to be no standout villain from this series or whatever the case is. Or yeah, unfortunately, she's not going to be that memorable. Unfortunately, because I think the actress put in a great job. The actress put in a lot of work. But I just think the writing towards the end, they kind of just made her too one-dimensional for people's liking, or for my personal liking. Let me say, I can't speak for people. And then we get to the end. We get speeches and emotions is flying and everything. Yeah, no, Sam Wilson gives a speech, which was, yeah, I liked what the speech was saying. I liked where the speech was going with it and everything. And I guess it's the thing that kind of solidifies that he's arrived as Captain America. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, it was a good speech. It was a good scene. And you know what I'm saying. Anthony Mackie brought it with the acting chops, in my opinion. So yeah, I salute you, new Captain America. I still want you to be Falcon, though. Come on. Bucky also gets an emotional scene, the one everybody's been dreading from the beginning for him, and yeah, like he does what he was supposed to do. I mean, again though, I feel like the wrap up was a little bit like this episode was a little bit trying to tie up loose ends. So there was a lot of good things going on, but it was paced very fast. And for me personally, with fast paced stuff, I don't like it to be too fast paced. I like to sit with characters just for a little bit, for a teensy bit. Like I think that's why I'm saying it should have been 7 episodes instead of 6. But yeah, the emotion is there. The moment is pretty good, and yeah, the what's this? What happens between those two characters there with what's this with Bucky and that old Asian dude? It was like, yep, okay, almost. If this scene was just a little bit longer, you might have gotten some tears from me. You might have gotten some tears from me if it was just a little bit longer. We get to see Isaiah again, and Isaiah comes around a little bit, and that was nice to see. The moment between Sam and Isaiah in this episode, I'm not gonna say what happens. That moment there, I was like, all right, okay, okay, okay. You got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. Okay, spoiler time. We're going to talk some spoilers, Meisterville. So get ready. Spoiler time. So we gotta talk about Isaiah, Sam, and Patriot. Yes, that's right. The boy Patriot is in there. And we gotta talk about that moment that they have in front of what's this Isaiah Bradley's memorial, which was really cool. You get to see the statue of him. You get to see all of the dudes in the background. And Isaiah's like, yeah, I get remembered. That's really cool. Like, Sam ain't bringing back to life, quote unquote. Yeah, say he ain't see. Nobody's gonna know that Isaiah's alive, but they're gonna know that Isaiah did awesome things and that he was jailed for the awesome things that he did. So I mean, yeah, that was a good moment. I like that. Kudos. And the actors really brought it in that scene and everything between the two actors, between Sam and between Isaiah Bradley. You were just like, all right, respect, 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 respect. And it was a pretty cool statue also. So I liked that. I liked that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the moment between the Asian dude and Bucky, yeah, like it's pretty much obvious what happens. Bucky tells him the truth or whatever, and you get to see it in Bucky's face that Bucky was haunted by this thing for a long time. I just wish that they had extended the scene a little bit. I mean, maybe make the episode an hour because I wanted more of that, and we didn't get enough of it, in my personal opinion. But the conversation was pretty stellar as well, and the acting in it was pretty stellar as well. Last thing, spoiler wise, we gotta talk about Power Broker. Power Broker is a weird thing. Okay, so it's confirmed Sharon Carter is the villain of season 2. She is the villain of season 2. And, like, I find it weird that she's the Power Broker. Now, I know some people are gonna be like, it's a plot twist, or whatever the case is. But, like, how you go from Agent 13, who's Team Captain America, Team America, whatever, you know what I'm saying, willing to throw your whole job away on this dude's word, which I totally get. And then you were a team member in Civil War or whatever. I don't know what happened during the snapping or whatever the case is, but yeah, and then she goes all the way to supervillain and she gets her pardon. So she gets her pardon, like she gets what she wanted for, what she was pining for, presumably. But she's still gonna be the power broker. I don't know. I feel like the next season of this, if we get a season 2, which is very very possible, the next season of this they need to explain why she's committing to this decision. Like before, her being power broker or whatever or living in Madripoor was a means of survival. Yeah, I'm just wondering why she's still taking a hard line as to being a villain. Like something personal had to have happened for her to do that. They did not explore that in this series. And for me, it's not a good enough reason that, oh, you didn't give me my pardon or whatever. Nobody checked on me or whatever the case is. I'm just like, yeah, no one checked on you because it was a purple alien, man. This is dusting people. Like, I'm really, really, I'm truly sorry that your personal situation got messed up to the side, but some people got dusted. like destroyed. Like entire nations got destroyed by Thanos and everything. So I mean, like, you can kind of let it go, can't you? Like, we can kind of have a conversation about this as to understanding why we couldn't check on you, and that we would have if we could have. But Thanos took priority because the dude, man, Titan. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was a good finale. It was a good finale. Like, pacing issues aside, because I thought some stuff was too fast or whatever. But as a whole, overall, the action was there, the emotion was there, and like, the message was there, which was pretty interesting. I think. I do think they tried to flesh out what their relationship between Carly and Falcon, and I think it was there, but they should have. And that's why they needed one more episode, type of thing. They needed one more episode to have more empathy for Carly, in my personal opinion. Because I don't think you're gonna leave this episode feeling too much for Carly, especially if you didn't like her in the previous episodes. But I mean, that being said, it was still a pretty good emotional wrap up. I just think that there was some slight pacing issues. That's the only criticism I have for this episode. So, what did you think, Masterville? Did you watch the episode? Have you been following Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Leave your comments down below. Talk to me how you feel about the entire episode and the entire wrap-up. Please, no unsolicited spoilers. No unsolicited spoilers. Let's not spoil it for each other or whatever. If you're going to be leaving a huge spoiler, please add a spoiler tag so that people who are going to read your comment understand that it is a spoiler comment and that they do not read it if they don't want to. Let's respect each other, Meisterville. We're a pretty good community. I love all of you, so let's be respectful of each other, okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You rock. You rock. Look at that! You made it to the end of the video. You are spectacular! If you like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there, and I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to hit that bell button, that like button, and that share button if you do subscribe. And I'll see you all in other videos, because Meisterman's gotta be out. Peace!